Now that we've got order restored, the next segment, we did this with our first roundtable. The last half was what we call Gulf Coast personalities.
That roundtable sucked ass.
Yeah, I know.
So what we're going to do...
Cyrus saved it.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is we're going to be... We've got a list of names here of performers or personalities on the Gulf Coast. I'm going to throw it out there, and you just give your impressions.
Quickly.
You don't have
No,
to.
you don't understand.
You don't have to shoot on everybody.
He'll never work again.
No, it won't.
It's okay though. We want to do this.
All right. The first name I'm going to throw at you, and if you can put the guy over, or you can tear him apart. When whatever's in your heart, go ahead and come out with it. The first guy on the panel on the list is going to be Chris Ty.
Sucks dick. No.
The definition of technician, Chris Ty, formerly Chris Impact, and we'll start with Nick Vortex.
I like him. I think he's a good dude. He works pretty well. He's always been real friendly to me. He booked me.
That's always a gold star.
He paid me pretty well. No, I like the guy. I don't have any kind of problem with Chris. I like him. He's a good worker and everything. I stand up. 1 thumbs up from Nick.
Kiss one.
2 thumbs up from Nick.
Go ahead.
Dan Delicious.
Oh, okay. I like Chris. I have nothing personally against him. He takes matches way too far, way too damn long. He don't know when to quit. The biggest thing I have against Chris is, personally, I like Chris. I ain't got nothing against him. The biggest thing I have against Chris is the first ever annual Wahoo McDaniel Memorial Cup. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of that.
I won it.
No, that's a different
a different one.
different thing.
Anyway, the deal was Wahoo McDaniel's wife owns the company I booked for, and nobody in Florida has ever did anything to put over Wahoo McDaniel, and he was really, really big in Florida.
It was huge.
And so I came up with the idea of putting on the Wahoo McDaniel Cup tournament. I had 2-ring battle royal that hadn't been seen in God knows telling how long. And the only thing I have against Chris, and which it might not be a big deal right now, would be that he was going through his I'm going to retire gimmick that he did because he hurt his back.
Right, I remember that.
I can't remember exactly what it was. And he called me up and said, hey, can I get booked for that memorial show? And I was like, yeah, sure, we need people for the Battle Royal. And he said, no, I want to have a match with me, and I want to say,
Scotty Ray's.
was it Scotty Ray's or Cameron Frost?
I think both.
I think one or the other.
Everybody.
He wanted to have like a special match, and
like a farewell match.
Yeah, it's a farewell match, and no offense to the guy, but I take real big notes and real big lessons from the old school bookers. Once I've booked a card, that's what it's going to be,
right. And
I'm not going to waver at all on that card, because your card is everything. And I told him no, and he said, well, basically blah blah blah, I won't be there. And I was like, well, okay then. I mean, show comes before personal shit, right? In my opinion, everybody has put the show first. Ric Flair put the show first. I mean, Harley Race put the show first. Thank you. Even Hulk Hogan has put the show first. Rock put the show first. Austin put the show first. Okay. Bruno Sammartino. I mean, I could just go on and on and on and on. The show comes before your personal crap, because if it wasn't for the show, you wouldn't be there. That's that's all I got.
All right. And Mr. Fantasy?
It's go. Pip it out.
Jerry Reiner mug. Here, at invasionshoot.com. You can get this beautiful Jerry Reiner cub, $5 a piece. It's got a picture of Jerry Reiner, Mr. Electricity.
Let's don't do that.
And
that was actually given to me by someone who's on the list, and we'll get to them later.
Okay. Chris Ty is a good guy. He actually told me one day that he enjoyed watching me work because of the psychology part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I think his work's great, but the thing, Mike said, he wants to go way too long sometimes. You give him, if you have 7 minutes on a card, you have that reason for a reason.
Right.
Let's don't.
Oh God bless, yes.
Let's don't go 10. Because I know. Road Dog told you if it was 7 minutes and he hit the ring, he'd share maybe if it wasn't over in 7 minutes. But
right.
I mean, as far as worker, and I said personally, Chris is a great guy. He booked me on. He started one booking me in New Heights. So yeah, I like Chris. Chris is a good guy.
Is Chris running New Heights?
He was, not now.
Oh, okay. Except I live 2 states away. What the fuck I know?
All right. Next name on the list is the untouchable one himself, Jester McCain.
Me?
Nick Vortex, yes.
Big fan. I love Jester. He's great.
You're a fan.
I am a fan. I'm a Jester McCain mark.
And he's skinny.
And he's skinny now.
Is he?
Yeah, he lost a whole bunch of
See,
weight.
I've heard that shit, but I ain't seen it yet.
No, he lost a whole bunch of weight.
You'd be surprised.
He's gonna he might have his babies.
If he lost 50 pounds, I would have his babies.
There you go.
He did, yeah, he's in good shape.
No, Jester's great. Basically an old school worker. I think he understands psychology better than 99% of the people in this area. And
A little bit.
99.8%. Well, you got to figure. I mean, how many workers? And I mean, there's a few of us
It's a lot
here.
of drizzling shit.
Oh, there are a whole lot. I'm sure Jerry will say a few names on that list, but it's not Jester McCain. Jester McCain is not an example of such a thing. Great guy, love him, good friend of mine. Dan Delicious.
Dan Delicious.
Love me some Jester McCain. I don't know how he feels about me. Of course, I knew Fat Jester and not Skinny Jester. So
He's actually more of a cocky prick now that he's.
oh my God, no!
But I like it.
Oh
He used
my
to be
God.
fat and funny. Now he's skinny and cocky.
I just used to love hearing the stories of him shooting his children in some certain person's mouth. Anyway, I love
That'd be
me.
Hellcat.
I don't got a clue.
Whoa.
I like Jester. I've always loved Jester. I'm glad I hadn't seen him since he lost his weight, so I really can't give an honest opinion since I ain't seen him work so long.
Right.
But I mean, psychology, #1 class act. Last time I've seen him work, and this has been, a few years ago, is weight. And Jester would have told you this right in front of me. He's like, I got all the psychology in the world, but I can't work with the fuck. Because of his, his weight. But, if that son of a gun lost 50 pounds, I mean, my God.
He's moving now.
Is
he? Oh, yeah.
He's all over the place.
I want to see me some damn Jester. Jester, give me a fucking call. Send me a tape. I got to see this shit.
He'll be in Pensacola tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Well, I won't. Man.
Do you have the copy of Justin? Or is there a copy?
No, I don't think I do.
Pensacola, right. Go ahead.
Any hootenanny? Mr. Fantasy?
Yeah, I love Jester. Jester he's funny as hell. He's so sarcastic.
Oh, yeah.
That it's hilarious.
It's
You
funny
know,
as shit. It's better than you.
Yeah, I'm but yeah, Jester was I said over in AWF when I first. I hadn't seen him in probably 2 or 3 years since they left over there. But probably 2 years.
Something like that.
Yeah,
2, 3 years.
But I talked to him on MySpace. MySpace I am. But he told me to look out. He told me to look out for some bookings for him and stuff. He'd do the same. Never had a problem with Jester. Him and Ian kind of go wherever Ian goes. Jester went. But I think for a while he broke away from that because he was in the Deep South. Then Ian kind of followed him there, and he went to Ultimate and kind of. You know what I mean? But they're kind of hand in hand. But Jester's a good guy. It's psychology-wise. He always had good ideas. I was in a little clique with him in AWF for a while. We always had some funny shit we did. Playing poker while people, stuff like that. So,
Nice.
Yeah, Jester's good.